Welcome to the second part of video lecture. So here, let's try to explore more theory here. Now here we are trying to find out force exerted by the jet under three conditions, where the plate is vertical, plate is inclined and plate is curved. So let's try to understand that how does the formula occurs here for one of the types. If you look at the first type here, where force is exerted by jet on stationary vertical plate. So let's just try to understand the components here. We are having a pipe. At the end of the pipe, nozzle is being attached. The liquid comes out through this nozzle. It makes an impact on this vertical plate. So this plate is in vertical here. It is being fixed here. Now what happens here is that the purpose of nozzle is that it allows to fluid flow in particular direction with certain velocity, maybe enhanced velocity. And this fluid makes an impact on this plate here. Now what happens is that when it makes an impact, look at the direction of velocity. Now initially the fluid flow is in x-axis, but after the impact the fluid flow is along the y-axis. Now how is it so? What happens is that when the fluid is getting impacted on this plate here, the fluids try to find out an exit position. Let's try to understand the position of the plate. As this plate is vertical, so what will happen is that this fluid will try to attain the surface of this plate. So it tries to move in vertical position. Next thing is that if you try to look at the velocity direction here, you will realize that the initial velocity of the fluid is along x-axis, and along the y-axis you can see is that is the exit velocity. So both these velocities are perpendicular to each other. Now this thing is very helpful while putting in the formulas, because they are exactly opposite. If you try to understand the sign convention, one along x-axis, one along the y-axis, right? So let's try to look at the formula here. Now the formula is being derived from the impulse momentum equation, that the formula which we studied in the last lecture, right, where we derived this formula, and where we have seen that if you want to find out the force here, it is dependent upon the remaining parameters. So in the same way all these parameters are being considered here. So we can see here Fx is what? Mass into v1, mass into v2 divided by time here. Now why we are trying to find out the Fx here? So look at the plate here. Now when the fluid makes an impact on this plate, the impact of forces along this x-axis. That's why we are considering here Fx at this point, right? So we can see here mv1 minus mv2 divided by time. We have taken mass and time as common, that is the mass rate flow, into v1 minus v2. The further part we have written is what? Mass rate flow is can be written as density into area into velocity. It comes from the substitution of this mass here, where density is mass upon volume, that is mass is density into volume. If we take volume upon time, it becomes discharge, and discharge is what? Area into velocity. So we get here rho into area into velocity, and here we are having v1 minus v2. Now if you look at the velocity here, you will realize that this is the velocity v1, this is the velocity v2. If we try to understand the sign convention here, if as we are finding out Fx here, this v2 stands here 0 here, because it is having angle 90 degrees. So that's why we have taken v1 as v, v2 as 0. So eventually we get formula as Fx is rho area into velocity square. Now this formula we are going to use to find out the calculation of force here. Similarly, by same method, we can find out formulas for the another two types. Second type is the inclined plate. The only difference is that here the angle theta comes in here. The theta is the inclination of the plate here. The whole concept remains same, and we are trying to find out the normal force along the direction of this plate here, where we can find out this normal force to find out the value of force here, right? Similarly, the formulas for curved plates are given. So all the formulas are being given here. You can study that. Now what we will do is that we will try to perform an experiment here on the simulation. So click on the simulation. Now it will ask you for certain note here that you will have to run this simulator. Now by default in many cases simulation is being installed here. If it is not installed, you can click it here, right? Click here on the simulator or look at the simulation available here. Now just try to understand here that how does this is being done here. So if you look at the three types here, vertical plate, inclined plate and plate curve plate. Now here they have fixed the angle here, theta they have taken 45. If we look at the given condition, they have given us diameter, they have given us the velocity, that is jet velocity. By changing this three types here, we can find out the force here. So this is the our initial figure here is about this. This is about this vertical plate. So how they have done is that this formula that we have seen in the last case, this formula fx is rho a v square. Now they have done algorithm. They have coded this formula here, where fx is density into area into velocity. All these are inputs here. If we change this input, we can get the value of force here. So it's simple is nothing but what they have done coding. They have done they have used this algorithm to find out certain output. Right? It is as easy as that. Our advantage is that we can directly change those parameters here and we can get an output. Right? So you can compare this output with your theoretical output also. So just try to understand that what is being mentioned. So the first case is the vertical plate. This thing is important because as for the types here, the formula will vary. Right? So for the vertical plate, the formula is that fx is rho a velocity square. So if you click it here, now density of the fluid, it remains same for all the three cases because it is a water here, right? So something which we can give as an initial condition by default. So that's why there is no need to mention density here. Area and velocity. Now area is pi by 4 d square, diameter of a pipe. So diameter of pipe might vary. So here we can change the diameter of pipe. Let's say I am keeping it as 10 mm. The fluid flow, the initial velocity of fluid here, velocity of that is something which I can decide. So let's say if I have taken here 10 meter per second. Now automatically if I change this value, I can get the value of force here. So this force on the iteration basis, it gives you the certain values. So it is showing me is that the force here is 7.9 Newton. The force acting on this plate here, it is nothing but it is 7.9 Newton. What you can do is that for sake of curiosity, you can find out this force and you can compare it with this formula. You will find it same, right? Similarly, you can do for the remaining two plates. Let's see, if you go for the inclined plate, look at the diameter here, let's 10 mm. Let's take the same condition here, where we can compare all the three cases. So we can see here force is 5.6 Newton, slightly less than the previous one. If you look at the plate curved at the center, let's try to understand what might be the, okay, we will take some probable nearmost value. So it is coming at 16.2 Newton. So you can see here the force in case of curved plate curved at center is more as compared to vertical plate, right? Now what we can understand from that, there are certain things that we can understand from it. So let's try to understand that. If we compare the three types here, and you can also come to conclusion that this plate curved at center is having the maximum value of force, that impact of force is maximum here, right? So it's a certain useful finding where we can use in our design purpose, that if you want to design a blade here, it is useful that the blade should be curved one. If you want to find out the answer, then you will have to refer to this derivations here, the formulas here, so you can understand from that. Okay, the basic difference in short is that look at the output velocity here. Our output velocity is 0, right? But if you try to compare it in the case of this curved plate, you will see that the initial curved plate V is along x-axis, and look at the output velocity of the fluid here. It is flowing into this direction, right? So this both of these two things, if you are trying to find out force along x-axis, they are kind of an opposite in nature. So what will happen is that this V2 gets added into V1. That's why we get the more value of force here, right? So there are certain things that you can learn from this, and you can apply it in your own practical. Now let's see that how can you make a practical document from it. Now in the earlier I had shared you one PDF file where the information about this practical was given, right? So just refer that page, and at the last this table is being mentioned. So look at this observation table here. You can see that here we have to take 6 readings here, 2 for each type, vertical, inclined and curved plate, and you can change the diameter and jet velocity here, right? Based on that you get value of force here. Apart from that, you'll have to note this value, and then you'll have to compare it with the theoretical values. And this theoretical value, you will have to show the reading for at least one, the calculation for at least one reading here. And based on this observation, based on this calculation, you will have to give conclusion. So this is the activity which you can do at your home, right? Also in the practical manual that we have certain questions which are given on this topic. So it is also required that you perform or you complete those questions here, right? So that will be it. Thank you very much for your time.